Welcome, everyone, to Mastermind Seminars Live. We would like to welcome those who are in our location here today, as well as all those who are participating via video streaming at our satellite locations all around the world. We'll be introducing our event today and then turning it over to the very capable hands of some amazing presenters who have graciously given of their time and their amazing talents to share their insights into things which will change our lives as well as our businesses. The main question we want you to ask yourself is, why am I here? Is that a valid question to ask? Yeah. Why am I here? Maybe it's making money. Maybe it's saving more time. Maybe it's addressing my biggest challenge. Maybe it's working on my life vision. Whatever it is, we are here to help you do it. And the way it's going to happen is that you're going to get excited and you'll have the great temptation to do absolutely nothing about it because you are going to feel fantastic when you leave. You really will. I guarantee it. The way it's going to turn into money for you, and the question you have to ask yourself is, how can I turn what I learned today into money for me and my business? Well, it's going to be mind-numbing discipline in two key areas, in only two. One is intellectual, showing up or being on the live stream absolutely every single month, once a month, that's it, once a month, and then the implementation or the application is once a week. We have mastermind groups that meet on the phone in 30-minute segments that will absolutely change your life, or meet live with a coffee connection weekly, and you have to have at least two buddies, two partners from today who participate with you today where you hold one another accountable. You have to do it. You have to do both to make it happen, to achieve what you set out today to achieve. To ensure each participant has rock-solid follow-through, we have a system for that. Go to www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/register, and we will assist you in having strong follow-through with what you learn. Does everyone have what we call the fourfold? The fourfold has 14 different panels which you will be able to visually see and take home with you. On panel 6, please write down your biggest challenge, and then as you work through today, write down any ideas you have for solutions. Do not leave here today without having very specific solutions you will commit to do over the next 30 days with at least two other buddies from today's event. So, the topic today, and we have 12 topics every single year, panel 5 on the fourfold, are the same topics each and every year. Your MC or host will share with you the specific topic for today. With each topic, each month, at this event, we have 7 segments. Segment 1 is speed networking, which will be done at each individual location. You'll share your name, your company, your organization, what you would like to accomplish today, your biggest challenge, and your elevator speech. Everyone will break up into groups of 4 individuals, and each person will have 3 minutes to share these 5 things with others in the group. Once everyone has shared, then you will form new groups and do the same thing again. You keep doing this until your MC or host shares it's time to do something else. Segment 2 will be wins and biggest challenges, which is panel 6 on the fourfold. And the MC or host for each location will take 10 minutes to have local groups share their wins from last month's event and or your biggest challenges. Segments 3, 4, and 5 are the 3 elements to the BOS, the Business Operating System, which is panel 7, 8, and 9 of the fourfold. The BOS, Business Operating System, is the engine that runs our business. We earn the money we earn, work the hours we work, we have the stress we do or do not have due to our BOS. And the first element to our BOS, our engine, is the DNA for people, or personality masteries. The second segment is DNA for business, and the third segment is DNA for life. Segment 3, panel 10 on the fourfold, the DNA for people, is personality masteries. We can learn how to identify someone's personality in 15 seconds, and once we know someone's personality, we know their strengths, their weaknesses, what they like, don't like, why they will or won't work with us. We even know if they are married, probably the type of person they're married to, the strengths and weaknesses within their marriage. Yeah, pretty much amazing stuff. Imagine having a system that is so powerful that it will help you increase the leads your business receives, help you convert more leads faster, and obtain more referrals. In segment 4, panel 11 on the fourfold, the DNA for business, this is what we call the 530 grid. There are 5 areas in one's businesses. Area 1, marketing. How do we generate more and better leads? Area 2, pre-sales. How do we convert more leads to clients? Area 3, the sale. How do we convert leads faster? Area 4, servicing. How do we service our clients in the most amazing way where they refer everyone they know to us? And Area 5, client for life, where our clients become our partners and we start to work with all the spheres of influence they are connected with. In segment 5, panel 12 on the fourfold, the DNA for life. This is natural laws. Natural laws govern all that we do. In many ways, it's the hardest of the 3 DNAs to teach, to learn. There are over 500 natural laws which govern our business, our income, and really every area of life. One of those natural laws is the cluster principle. The cluster principle states that it's not unusual that someone making a buying or selling decision will know between 3 and 9 other people over the next 6 to 12 months who are making a similar buying decision as our prospect or client. Imagine what would happen with our business if we had every prospect referring us 2 or 3 or even more additional prospects. Yes, our businesses would double each and every year, and that's just one of the over 500 natural laws applied through our BOS, our engine. Again, BOS consists of DNA for people, DNA for business, and DNA for life. And it's the engine that runs our business, organization, and depending on how good it is, all the money we're going to earn, the time we're going to have, the stress and the life balance you're going to have or don't have. Segment 6 is Q&A, and that can be done either at your local level or it can be done through the video stream. That's up to your local MC or host, because we're going to hit you with a lot of information today, and I hope you're ready, but this will give you a little opportunity to do decompressing. In segment 7, great things are going to happen next month, and we'll all come back together again as we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. So absolutely everything we do today will be focused on the topic for the month, which will be shared with you in just a minute. Are we clear? Do we understand what we will be accomplishing today, or at least a big picture perspective?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Man, wasn't that a powerful video? I'll tell you something. This gets better and better. Welcome to Mastermind Seminars. We are in year 4. If you're not online already, which I'm sure you are if you're seeing my amazing face right now. Okay, just had to say it. Relax. Enjoy what we're doing here. Hey, something special is going to happen today, and we want you to be part of that. We don't want you to miss out on anything, so that's why I want to get your attention. You make sure that you're at mastermind-seminars.org. That's mastermind-seminars.org. Why is that vital? Because it is the hub. It is the center of what we're doing. We have live events. We're in year 4. There's live monthly video stream, which you're on right now. The other thing is so important to find out more about Mastermind Seminars and how it can change your life. Also, at the bottom of the first page, you see it's a pay it forward. Nobody gets paid to be on this. Everybody takes at their own time from across the United States and soon to be across the world to be participating every single month, every third Thursday of the month, be participating as someone who is teaching during this time, who's sharing during this time, who is helping people create tremendous value in your business. But we don't say pay us, pay it forward. What does it go to? It goes toward kids at risk. It goes toward single moms. Those are the people that are involved in helping us put together the content for this, and we want you to help them. So again, welcome to Mastermind Seminars. My name is Kevin King. We have a fantastic day. We are in year 4, as I said before. Why is this so vital? Well, we have 12 distinct topics that we talk about every single year. We start with the value of installing systems. We go to generating more and better leads. Converting more prospects to clients is our 3rd month. 4th month is converting prospects faster. And once we've converted prospects faster, now we can generate a large quantity of referrals. By doing that, we can also develop Client for Life Relationships, which is month 6. Last month, we talked about leadership. Once we have these Client for Life, how can we create massive profits through leadership in our lives, in our communities, in our relationships? And then this month, we're talking about creating profitable partnerships. Creating profitable partnerships. Why is that so important? Because, believe it or not, the one thing that doesn't change is time. It moves on with or without us. And without creating profitable partnerships, even if you have a good relationship with somebody who's a client, that you have a product or a service that you get to, so you know, it isn't going to stay that way. There's a saying is you might be on the right track, but if you're not moving, you could get run over. And that is absolutely true. So what we're looking to do is creating profitable partnerships. You know, it's interesting. What we forget sometimes is that once we get the sale, when somebody says yes or no, but when somebody says yes, sometimes we forget to develop those relationships. We're so busy trying to get new relationships. It actually takes more time to get new relationships than it does to keep the ones that we already have. And there's the autism principle. The autism principle clearly states it's not a big deal, but it is a huge issue. Now, what do I mean by that? Because it's not a big deal. I mean, what's happening today, the issues that's happening today, the emergencies that might be coming, the fires you got to put out, in 5 or 10 years, you're going to totally forget about it. Let's face it, in 5 or 10 months, you're going to forget about it. In 5 or 10 weeks, you probably won't even know about it then. But remember, if an issue is not fixed at the core, then it is a huge issue if it's not fixed. And that's what we're here to do today, is to create profitable partnerships, is to make sure things are created correctly. And we have a team of people that are here. We're so excited to have them on board. I can't wait to introduce you to them. But first, I want to give you an overview of what we're doing today. So you know our topic is creating profitable partnerships. But in the mastermind-seminars.org, even though we have 12 topics every year, we have 7 segments that we will be covering every single time. So let me briefly go over those. The first segment is going to be speed networking, which is going to be outstanding. Mark Boersma is coming in. He's going to be absolutely blowing your mind. It's very different than networking. It's speed networking, and we'll explain that in here in a minute. The second segment is wins and biggest challenges. We all have wins and challenges. There's amazing things that are going on. You have to be aware of what's happening. We want to share those with you so you can have wins in your life as well. Then the center segment of what we do in the 7 segments is the BOS, the Business Operating System. Now, everybody has one. You have one, I have one, but they may not be exactly the same. You see, the BOS is the Business Operating System, which the video said is the engine that drives our business. And that gives us the time we have, the money we have, the stress we do or do not have, and the lifestyle we can or cannot have because of what's happening. So the BOS system that we have is the DNA for people, the DNA for business, and the DNA for life. So the DNA for people is personality masteries, understanding who we're talking to and how they like to be communicated with. The second segment of the BOS is the DNA for business. We call that the 530 grid. There's 5 segments. There's 5 rows, if you will, on the 530 grid. You'll see that later on. And it has to do with marketing, pre-sales, sales, servicing, and client for life. Then there's proficiencies within each one of those rows or each one of those segments, those topics, where it is going to help you have a deeper understanding of how that's going to fit together. Then we also have the DNA for life, which ties the DNA for people and the DNA for business all together. Principles like what? Well, there's natural laws, and over 500 of them have been discovered. And these natural laws are the things that actually tie everything together. Once we get through the BOS, then we move on to Q&A, because if you feel like you've been drinking out of a fire hose by that time, guess what? Chances are you actually have, kind of metaphorically, because there's a lot of information, a lot of content, a lot of things that you can use immediately to make money in your business. That's what we want to do. And like I said, pay it forward, because, again, it's not about us, it's not about you, it's about helping the people in our community. And by the way, if before we get to the final segment of what we do, the one thing I want to mention is this, is that we have a gift that we want to give to you, an amazing gift that's going to help change you. It's called a 30-minute strategy session. It's absolutely free. It's our gift to you. And in that time, you'll find out who you are, how you operate, how you think, and how you can make money faster in your business. So we want to extend that to you. And how we do that, there's a couple ways. We have a YouTube channel, and then we also have one of our main feeds is our Twitter feed. So if you're on Twitter, you can write this down. It's MM_seminars. That's MM underscore SEMINARS. MM _seminars. And out there, put your phone number, and we will send information to you. We're not going to send you any kind of spam. Don't worry about that. Seriously, it's your phone number. We're not trying to solicit. We're trying to give. And that's what this is about. The 30-minute strategy session will absolutely change your life. The 7th segment is great things happening next month, and there's so many things happening. So we're just going to jump into it. Let me introduce the president of Synergy Solutions. His name is Mark Boersma. Mark, thank you so much for being on the call today. Introduce speed networking and how it can change us with creating profitable partnerships.
Thank you so much, Kevin. You know, it's exciting to be here. I just have gained so much benefit over the last 4 years in going through Mastermind seminars, and the speed networking is, I mean, it really helps to accelerate it. It helps to leverage. And so one of the things that a number of people are doing in the network are writing down, I mean, you can do it actually before the end of today's event. Write down the names of 12 individuals in your local area, ideally, who are outside the box thinkers. So 12 individuals in your local area who are outside the box thinkers. Once you do that, it's very simple. Just go ahead and say you're part of a mastermind group, or you went to an event or whatever, and they told you to identify 12 outside the box thinkers. You're one of them. And so I've been asking, so one of the things I'm asking those people that are outside the box thinkers is, if anybody in any area of, your life could help you in one thing, what would you love help on? So what you're doing is you're taking 12 outside the box thinkers and you're finding out what's one thing that they would love help on. So if you go and practice this at any networking event that you attend and just try this out, it will just absolutely blow your mind. Rather than talking about you, your products and services, the baseball game or football or something, if you're there to do business, ask people and say, I'm just curious, I'm part of a mastermind group. And they said, a good suggestion was to ask people, this question. So if anybody could help you in any area of your business or life, what would you love help on? If you get their business card and you get what they'd love help with, it shows that you're interested in them. It shows that you're going to bring them value. And then you can bring that back to your mastermind group. Now, what's interesting is if you have 12 people who are really committed to coming together, you can actually host a mastermind seminar in your local area. And it's business community partnerships, and it creates tremendous leverage. So creating profitable partnerships, being able to learn how to do that and leverage our connections to bring value to others and others to bring value to us, together we truly can accomplish so much more than we ever could on our own. And let's go ahead and dive in. There's some really cool things that are happening in the coffee connections around the country. This last week we had 24 individuals in the Chicago chapter, and it's transforming people's businesses and transforming people's lives. One of the individuals that participates and supports that is Elise, and Elise has owned her own company for now 2 years, and she is going on maternity leave. And when you own your own company, you don't get paid for maternity leave. And so one of the things that she's brought to the networking group, to the speed networking group, through the mastermind groups, is how can she bring value to each one of you, and how can you bring value to her, and how can she generate more business in this 6 weeks on maternity leave being off. So how can she gain more value or more business during time off when she's not working than when she is working her business? So Elise, I know you've been giving this thought for, quite a while. What are some ideas or thoughts or insights that you have on how you can bring other people value and they can bring you value and you can accomplish so much more together than you ever could on your own?
Sure. So, as I've kind of started this journey, it really began with top grading of my thoughts and my actions. So training my brain to focus in on the most profitable thoughts that I can have, actions that I can take, or roles that I can perform to spur my business on. So obviously the huge goal of working towards getting my business to generate more revenue without me working in or on it than it does when I'm working it day in and day out. And so this has really helped me to clearly see if I'm able to accomplish this myself, how many other people can do this, right? So we talk a lot about single moms and how this would be really beneficial for them on maternity leave or in needing to take time to be with their kids for one reason or another. But really, who else would like to learn to build their business to be more profitable without them than with them working it day in and day out, so that they can then pursue those passions and things that would help them accomplish their life vision overall. So the systems that I've seen that are needed to do this are just priceless, and they can help so many other people around me. So it's been a journey of partnering with others and seeing how we can each bring benefit to one another as we work towards this goal, and then bigger goals, obviously, that are more life-changing than this.
Cool. And I think you had said that leveraging the 30-minute strategy session, so what Kevin had shared, and then also, so if you're listening to this, you can help Elise, and she can actually help you. So she's got an entire team that's surrounding her. She's supporting them. They're supporting her. And so even when she's on maternity leave, that her systems continue to function. So she's part of the Legacy Partners Network. And so if you haven't had your 30-minute strategy session, you'll want to do that. It's very simple. Go to www.dnaforsuccess.com. That's www.dnaforsuccess.com. Go to examination, and then free 30-minute strategy session. What's cool about the free 30-minute strategy session, it's a gift session. So obviously, Elise has been certified in doing this herself for her own business, but it's not just for her business. We use it in our business. Kevin uses it in his business. Tanglewood uses it in their business. And so when we learn how to use the 30-minute strategy session, what we're doing is leveraging all of our connections for the mutual benefit of the people that we're serving, the people that we know. So you can click on that. It takes you 3 minutes literally to fill it out. And then somebody from Legacy Partners will go ahead and give you a call. And it's a gift session to you. There's no cost. It goes into your personality, some of the biggest challenges. How do you put systems in place? People have said it's changed, that 30 minutes has changed their business and life forever. So you'll want to go through and do that. And so Elise has run some numbers. And so she's calculated that she believes that if there's 20 of these 30-minute strategy sessions done every week, that based on that, it's going to bring a tremendous amount of value to those people that are doing the 30 minutes, having it done on them. If you're introducing somebody to do the 30 minutes, it's going to bring you value, and it's going to bring her value as well. So when the tide rises, all the ships rise together. So if you would like to go ahead and connect with Elise about that or somebody on her team, you can call toll-free 888-230-2300. That's 888-230-2300. Or if you're calling in outside the U.S., you can call the U.S.-based number of 630-393-9909. That's 630-393-9909. The individual who invited you to participate, they may be certified, so they could do the 30-minute, for you. Pass this along, pay it forward as you're helping other people see things, insights into their business that they're not seeing and or into their life that will transform them. Kevin, you're doing some amazing things with Charlie, and so what are some of the things you're doing there that connects back into what Elise is doing, which is connecting back into what Tanglewood's doing, really making that tide rise for everybody.
Right. I appreciate you asking. It's really cool. It's one of the simplest questions. What's the biggest challenge in your business? And that's one of the things on a mastermind call, which there's several every week. I was on a call with Charlie, and we had talked about that as somebody who he's a real estate investor with Renatus, and what he does is he helps people create passive income. And I said, so what's the biggest challenge? And I've asked this to other people that are in real estate and other business, and they said, well, there's quite a few people that are really excited about investing. They just don't have the extra income. I said, well, how much are we talking? $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. He goes, oh, no, Kevin, we're talking a couple $100 a month. I'm like, a couple $100 a month? I said, well, I help people save $200 to $300 to $400, sometimes $500 a month in health insurance every time I meet with people, because I'm a health insurance broker. And I'm like, so maybe what we do is put together something where now we can help you if you put a list of people together. And he has close to 100 people already just on one call where they're interested and they want to, but they need help. If I can help them save money, even if it's 100 or 200, it's huge. So we're also not only going to do it for his list, but for 3,000 people around the country just from that one connection. And we're looking to do it even globally with people as well, but mainly around the country, and how this can absolutely transform any industry. So it's pretty exciting.
Neat. So we're just about finished up with this segment. So when we look at, for those that have participated in the past, you're familiar with the 530 grid. When you install that 530 grid in your business or in your community-based organization, it gives you leverage. So there's 5 secret authors that are working on a project that I believe is going to go worldwide, and it's Leverage. The title is Leverage, the Art of Positive Motivation and Manipulation. And it's interesting in how often we're lazy and we think, oh, motivation's good, manipulation's bad. But you can have improper motivation, you can have proper manipulation. And so when you have the 530 grid and then you plug that into profitable partnerships, it's the 5 H's: hope, head, heart, hands, and helping other people, and the 7 T's: time, talents, treasure, trust, truth, temple, and thought. When we're good stewards of the 7 T's and we understand the 5 H's to success, we become invaluable, profitable partners. And so you can be a profitable partner. It's getting your own systems in place. And then like Kevin, he has a system that he's helping Charlie. Charlie, he's building a system that's helping Kevin. Kevin and Charlie are helping Tanglewood. Tanglewood's helping Elise. So it's together as a community, we are able to accomplish so much more than we ever could on our own. Another great resource in cloning yourself is the MVP Network, the MVPnetwork.org. And I've owned my own company now for 26 years, and that organization, that network, is amazing in being able to take videos, like 1-minute videos, and just summarize everything into just white lightning. It's like so powerful. So if you're a business owner and you want to clone yourself, or you want to clone your best clients, or you want to clone your best employees or team members, or you want to clone profitable partnerships, the MVP Network, the ability that they have to do that is a great resource to check out. Does that work, Kevin? Is that what you're looking for? Are we good on all of that?
That's outstanding, Mark. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are online, again, our Twitter feed is at MM_seminars. Again, at MM_seminars. Please respond with any questions, or hey, I want a free 30-minute strategy session. What's this 12 outside the box thinkers, and what are the questions I can ask, and how can I help people become successful? It's really important. And again, how can you pay it forward? It's really, really key. So as you can see, speed networking is a whole lot different than being in a networking event. You pass a card, you get a card. It's like trading a fish for a fish, as opposed to creating an entire net that sweeps the ocean, that actually that actually gathers a lot of and actually can pay it forward to other people. So that's the first segment. The next segment we're moving into right now is wins and biggest challenges. And there's, as Mark said, there's huge things going on nationwide. So I want to call on a couple people. Cheryl, I know you've been having some wins. Can you share a couple with us?
Yeah, I can. Here at Tanglewood, we're going through a lot of changes with restructuring, and we're having a really good win, I think, with a new management team that we've come up with. But that also presents some challenges because of the new management team learning new roles and trying to get on track. So it's a win and a challenge at the same time. So it's exciting here at Tanglewood.
Great. That's great. Jennifer, I know that you also had some wins going on. Could you share with us, Jennifer? Jennifer, if you're on mute. You know what? We're gonna skip Jennifer. We're gonna go right to Rosanna. Rosanna, you're out also having wins as well. Can you share with us what's happening with you?
Yes. We've talked about the 30-minute strategy session and how it helps you to connect with people. And I've been doing the 30-minute strategy session for quite a while now. And the more I do it, the more confidence that I get within the 30-minute strategy session and connecting with people. And I'm able to go ahead and make a difference in who I'm talking to, understand them a little better, just by asking the few questions that are in the 30-minute strategy sessions. So I think that's a win for me and for those that are trying to think about it, whether they're going to be able to make it. Is it hard? I would say just go for it. You might find that it's easier than you think.
Wow, that's huge. What are some of the results that you're seeing from the 30-minute strategy session in you, and then in the other people you're sharing this 30-minute strategy with? Could you share about that?
Well, one of the results of the 30-minute strategy session is to help people to find a solution that will help them in their business and in their life. So I think that result is, just helping people to find the right solution, and the questions you ask them helps to, do that. It's like an examination. And the other thing that the win for that for me would be just to be able to connect with people, understand their personalities and what makes them tick and why they're struggling maybe. So when you go into a doctor and you get, the doctor says what's wrong, and you give them the information, and they do like an examination to find out the information to help get you the solution that you need to fix what's going on. So I think that's a high thing for the 30-minute strategy session.
I really appreciate that. So again, if you have not gotten your 30-minute strategy session, that's easy for me to say. If you haven't got your 30-minute strategy session yet, please, as Mark had said, you can call 888-230-2300. That's 888-230-2300. That's toll free. And if you're outside of the United States, because we have people that are coming on from other countries, you can call area code 630-393-9909. That's 630-393-9909 to get your complimentary 30-minute strategy session. So we're going to circle back around to Jennifer. Jennifer, are you on the line?
I am.
Excellent. Could you share with us some of the wins that you're having right now?
Yeah, this week I got very fortunate with creating a profitable partnership. There is a Winchester construction company here in Stevensville, Maryland, and I got to have the privilege of talking with TD from there. And he said he had gone on to Tanglewood.com and saw our stuff, and we were talking, and he was able to give me 8 references who I could contact. And in doing so, we have over 1,500 contacts already. He was able to give me 5 that we did not already have. So that built a connection. When I called the 5 of them, I was able to help TD by mentioning them again, and we were able to make some appointments and schedule some meetings with them so that we can grow our business.
Wow, that's tremendous. So was there something special or magical about what you did to create this profitable partnership?
We went through a lot of the questions, the biggest challenges, and things that he needed help with. And in doing that, we had a really good correspondence between each other, and we were able to help each other out. And he'll be coming out to our event here at Tanglewood to meet us and to tour our facility.
Wow, that's tremendous. So if you were to give some advice, Jennifer, to somebody else who's online who hasn't experienced that or would like to experience it at a higher level, what would you suggest people do in order to have that same kind of experience?
I guess learn the 30-minute strategy session and make it work for your company. That would be probably the first thing. And then don't get discouraged. Not every phone call is as fantastic as the one I had with TD from Winchester Construction. And so just keep doing it even though you might get shut down from other calls. Eventually you're going to find those profitable partners.
Wow, that's tremendous. I hope you've written that down. It may seem simple, but you know what? It really isn't. The first step is actually taking that step yourself and getting the 30-minute free strategy session to yourself and then learning it. And you know what? Many of the people that now do it actually had the 30-minute free strategy session themselves before they were able to really understand the value, and then being able to share it with other people is now amazing. It's free to them. Anyone can do this, and it can truly transform. So Cheryl, Jennifer, Rosanna, thank you so much for sharing. These are some amazing wins. We got a couple minutes left, and wanted to see if there was maybe one or two other wins that people were experiencing. So I'll just kind of open it up. If anyone has a win or even a biggest challenge that they're currently facing they need help with.
I actually have a win. This is John Boersma here. And
hi, John.
I'm a videographer. I own my own video production company. And just following this, I went through the 30-minute strategy session, and that's really helped me. And going through actually the whole BOS system, it's really helped me identify and help clients build amazing videos. So this last month, we actually got several big, huge things, and we're going to be traveling all over the country in the next few months doing some more really awesome videos. So that's pretty exciting as well.
Wow. That's awesome. And could you say in a few words what that's done for your business?
Oh, just made it really blow up, and it's like instead of exchanging dollars for like hours now, I'm actually making money, and I'm actually taking my time, and I can pick and choose kind of what I want to do. And it's owning my own company. I can take off the time I need and, you know, spend time doing stuff that I really love, which is video, which is what I went to school for many years ago. So.
Wow. That's tremendous. Thank you so much, Jonathan. We do have time for one more. Any wins that are out there. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but whoever's online would like to chime in, or anyone else on the phone call. I know we have a big event coming up here in Cincinnati, which is a huge thing. I'll just mention it real quick. Cincinnati is going to be absolutely outstanding. If you're anywhere near Cincinnati, if you're not near Cincinnati, doesn't matter, get there. Why? Alan Stein is flying in an entire team of people on his dime to come out to the event to be part of the speakers for that day in Cincinnati. Now, why is he doing it on his dime? Well, he's doing it on his dime. I mean, he builds multi-million-dollar conservatories for people that are very wealthy. Why would he do that? Because he sees tremendous value for him, an opportunity where he can help other people create tremendous value. And what does it do for him? He makes money. He sees the opportunity in being able to do that. I'm flying out. I know a number of people are driving out. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be November 16th and 17th. Now, the evening before, you're welcome to come. Not mandatory, but highly recommended, because we're going to have a dinner at 7 o'clock. We'll get you information if you want to do that. And on the 17th, we're going to do the same thing Eastern time. It's going to be 10:30 to noon Eastern time on the 17th. So that's another event that you want to be there. We're not going to be broadcasting it live like we do this one. You need to be there. You need to experience in person. It will absolutely change your life. It will absolutely change your business. I highly recommend doing the 30-minute strategy session. Invite other people to it start developing and 12 outside-the-box thinkers, allow them to have the 30-minute free strategy session, and then promote Cincinnati. Why? Well, because it's going to be huge for your business. They're going to thank you for introducing this to them, and they'll see the tremendous value, and you've helped transform businesses. You will definitely be the person getting referrals from that event, just from that opportunity. So it's going to be a tremendous way to make a huge difference in your life. So we've gone through the first two segments. We're done with wins and biggest challenges. Not that there's not more wins and biggest challenges. There always will be. But I'll tell you something. These are tremendous things that are happening, and things are happening faster and faster. Now, we're going to be moving into the center section, or the BOS system of what we do. And the business operating system is the engine that drives our business. So again, the DNA for people, DNA for business, DNA for life. Now, the first segment, I'm excited about this because, again, it's about personality masteries. It's about the DNA of people. Why? Because in order to pay it forward, in order to have a 30-minute strategy session, 12 outside-the-box thinkers, understanding who they are and how they like to be understood is vital. And the person we have doing that is Cheryl from Tanglewood. She runs the HR there. She does an amazing job. And she is going to help us right now. Cheryl is going to help us with helping understand how personality mastery is going to change our lives when it comes to creating profitable partnerships. Cheryl, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. When you think of profitable partnerships, does your mind go to business? That's good, but you could also think in terms of any type of relationship, family, team members, friends, etc. How can a relationship be profitable? We will explore that today, but first, I have two simple questions that will make all the difference in if any relationship is to be profitable. So here we go. Two questions. The first one is a line of shapes. Put them in order of what you like best, the cube, the pyramid, the wavy line, or the ball. The second question is, what causes you the most frustration? Put these in order of what does. Things being out of order, things being out of control, things being boring or not fun, or conflict with others. Putting each of these in order of how you relate to them will give you your personality. Did I mention that you should also ask your business partners, family, team members, and friends the same question? Why? In order to create a profitable partnership, you will need to know how to communicate effectively with the two questions I just showed you. Let me tell you what the questions mean. So, if you picked the cube, it means, and your frustration is things being out of control, out of order. Your personality is analytic. You like the details. You prefer tasks to people. Move slower. You speak in the past. Your weakness is getting stuck in the details and not getting the task done. So when you're talking with an analytical, you should include some of the following statements to win them. It is important to have the details. I can make sure things are done properly and in the right order. We can move at a pace that will get the job done, even if it takes a little bit pushing. I can talk to the other partners for you. If you were to pick the pyramid, and the frustration is things being out of control, you're considered a driver, which means you see the big picture, you prefer tasks to people, you move fast, and you speak in the future. Weakness is moving too fast and missing the details. When talking with a driver, you should include some of the following statements to them. Let's talk about the big picture. What goals can we set together? We will have someone get into the details of the task to make this a great partnership, and I can talk to the other partners for you. If you were to pick the wavy line, and things not being fun, you're expressive. You like to have fun. You like people more than tasks. And you move at a fast pace too. And you speak in the present. One weakness is you want to have fun. And You're wanting to have fun gets in the way of getting tasks completed. So when talking to an expressive, you would want to include some of these kinds of statements. We will make this an exciting partnership. I can help in getting tasks done. I can facilitate getting to the end goal. And why don't you handle talking to other partners? If you were to pick the ball and your frustration is conflict with others, you would be an amiable. You'd like to focus on the relationship. You like people more than tasks, and you move a bit slower. Your weakness would be you will only do when there is no conflict, and I bolded no conflict. When talking to an amiable, you might include some of these statements. The last thing I want to do is cause you any conflict. I can make sure things are done properly and in the right order. And can you talk to other partners to make the relationship grow? Now, I've shown you the different personalities. Do you see how it can help you with any relationship you may have? Let me tell you a story to help show you. Here at Tanglewood, when talking to my partners, I mean my team members, I have to pay attention to how I speak in order to get things accomplished. I blundered one day when it came to talking with Jane. I spoke to her as a driver when she has an amiable personality. I caused her to have conflict with me because of the tone and the words I spoke to her in. To make matters worse, I had to be told I did it because I didn't see it myself. So I had to backtrack and go to Jane and smooth feathers, per se, to keep our partnership going. What I should have done was think before I spoke instead of just bulldozing her over like a driver would. So profitable partnerships are more than just dollars in the bank. It can be increasing your circle of friends who can refer you to what you are in need of, and you can transfer that to your business world and get referrals, which make your business run with less work. Because if you have a referral, you've already made the relationship, you've already done half the work. So in conclusion, learning the personalities is an important part to cultivating a profitable partnership with anyone you are in a relationship with. Does anyone have any questions?
So when you go ahead and have a conflict with one of your profitable partners, what's the best way for you to deal with it?
I'm going to take a stab, and is to really, you need to know their personality to be able to speak to them the way they can hear you, and to be able to listen to what they say back to you, and to be able to just have a good heart-to-heart conversation with keeping the personalities in mind to resolve the conflict. Don't let it eat at the partnership so that it dissolves. Does that answer your question or not?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions?
Any other questions for Barb? Any other questions? I really appreciate you doing that. What would be, if somebody were to understand the DNA for people at a higher level? I appreciate all you shared about the analytic and the driver and the expressive and the amiable. What would be a top-graded thought, a best kind of thought we could say when we're talking about profitable partnerships and understanding that? For any of the personalities, what would you say would be a top-graded approach or a top-graded thought in helping people see the benefit in their business of understanding personality masteries and creating profitable partnerships?
I guess the top-graded thought would be it's important to learn the personalities just to be able to communicate, because to me, in order to create profitable partnerships, you need to be able to communicate effectively. And if you're talking to a driver who wants to see the big picture as an analytic who's giving all the details, you're going to lose them because you're giving just too many details, and they're just going to zone out on you. Does that make sense?
It absolutely does. Again, I hope you're taking notes here, you're paying attention here, because Cheryl, just tremendous communication. Thank you so much for doing that. Again, part of the 30-minute strategy session is the personality masteries. And again, you can call 888-230-2300. That's 888-230-2300. Or if you're outside the U.S., that's 630-393-9909. That's 630-393-9909. And again, the Twitter feed is MM_seminars. I just put 30-minute strategy session, or 30MSS as we refer to it. So again, thanks again, Cheryl. Now we're moving into the DNA for business, and this is the 530 grid. This is how we do business. This is the roadmap to success, and step by step helping people to understand the value of creating profitable partnerships. And who we have to do that is Rosanna. Rosanna is amazing because she has the awesome women's group that she heads up, and it is truly amazing. There's so many women that are on that call. They're getting tremendous value from masterminding and top grading their thoughts on that call. And so she's here to share with us how to create profitable partnerships and how the DNA for business in the 530 grid is so essential. Rosanna, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. So what do you think about when you're thinking about creating profitable partnerships? What is it and how does it happen? Creating profitable partnerships means to take your relationships and leverage them to help you and you to help them. When you do this, you have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with a strategy to do so. And one of the things that we have been talking about recently in our Coffee Connections and on our conference calls and some of the mastermind groups is finding people that surround you that think like outside the box, that think differently. And so we have asked people to think of 12 outside the box thinkers in their local area to help them to do this. And, how do you find those people? There's a couple ways of doing that. One, look around and see, who are these people? Who are the people that just, they think differently. They have a different way of growing. They don't stop. They're not just standing still. They're alive. And looking to see what they're trying to accomplish. Do they have goals? And one of those ways is to find out is to connect with people and do a 30-minute strategy session with them. Ask them key questions. In the 530 grid, one of the on box 3, it says ask key questions. And I think that very much falls in the area of 30-minute strategy session. Once you connect with these people and they're happy with you, say they're the clients of yours or they're people that you work with, ask them for referrals. Ask them for people that they know that want business from you. So that's a box 7 on the 530 grid. Another thing that you might want to do is send monthly relationship letters to help them keep connected. If you look on the 530 grid and all the way to the bottom, it says Client for Life. It's box 11. It helps you to go ahead and get people to be connected with you regularly. You got to keep pounding them with information that is good for them and then is good for you. It also saves you time because you're working together with people that think like you and that you can go ahead and bounce ideas off of. Another way to do that is to have coffee connections. That's a one-on-one, maybe one-on-one with a person, but once you get, one-on-one, then they invite somebody, and then they invite somebody, and then another person invites somebody, and pretty soon it's not one-on-one anymore. It might be 1-on-24 or 24-on-24. It gets really big and busy. And I think if you connect with them regularly and you call them and say, hey, I missed your coffee connection, I missed connecting with you, they'll come back. They might not see the need right away. So you got to find reasons why they want to come back. Maybe they didn't get the information. Maybe they didn't understand what it was all about. Just try again. Ask what they're looking for. Ask them their biggest challenge. That is one of the questions on in the 30-minute strategy session. It's also on a simple thing as the action card, which we do bring to Coffee Connection, that ask those simple questions. We have what is their ideal lead and why, and what's their biggest challenge in their business and life. One of the things is that what can they, if anybody could help you in any area of your life, what would you love help on? And then Cheryl, she has, the personalities down pat, and those questions are on there. The cube, the pyramid, the wavy line, and the ball. And then, it's not just that. It's also the frustration levels they have. Are they feeling like they're frustrated because things are not done properly or out of order or out of control, or are they boring? Is, conflict with people, at a meeting, is it not working for them? And, what if they had something they want to change? What is that they want to change? So those are questions that come on the action card. And that's a helpful way to connect with people and to get to know them in just a simple way. And it helps them to find out what they need, and helps you to find out what you need and whether it's a workable relationship. You also want to make sure that when you're working with people that you're proactive and not reactive on your clients and your prospective clients. You want to be diligently, weekly, touching base with them. And if for some reason your partnerships are not profitable, study what's not working. See what's going on. See what the challenge is. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's they're having challenges outside of the business and they can't seem to think about the business right now. Maybe you can, give them some encouragement. So profitable partnerships is not something that just comes easily. You have to work at it. You have to continue to connect with the people. You have to understand them. You have to know their personality. You have to understand that. Like Cheryl said, if you don't understand their personality, it's really hard to work with people. And so when you do have those challenges, you can also help yourself and them to grow in maturity and relationships. Maybe you can help them to create their own profitable partnership because of something that you two worked on together. And so I've seen at the Coffee Connection just recently, Kevin working with Charlie, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, how did they come up with that? And so I thought that was really cool that they worked on a profitable partnership by questions that were asked at the Coffee Connection and maybe afterwards. And if you have questions, about how to do things, please feel free to touch base with me. And I do thank you for listening to this and hope you learned a lot.
Wow, that was absolutely tremendous. Thank you so much, Rosanna. Is there anyone that has a question for Rosanna about how the 530 grid can help them in creating better profitable partnerships in their lives?
So Rosanna, Cheryl, I imagine just even introducing them to the 530 grid will create a profitable partnership if they will have a system in place, right?
Yeah. When you show them the 530 grid, it could be a little overwhelming to them. So maybe just helping them to see maybe just a part of it, when we call sometimes the golden triangle, is very helpful. If you point out the first 6 boxes, it might help them to see what this is all about.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Good. Any other questions for Rosanna? Outstanding. Rosanna, thank you so much. The 530 grid is certainly an important part. You did mention, people's frustration and how important it is to understand what brings them frustration. I think one thing we can look at that makes all the frustration, no matter what frustration we have, is the 3 elements of frustration and understanding what those are, which is how hard I work, how much I care, and my expectations of myself and of others. Again, how hard I work, how much I care, and the expectations I have of myself and of others. And I think it's really important to have clear communication and obviously clear expectations. So thank you so much, Rosanna. That was absolutely tremendous. So we've now moved into the third segment of what we're doing here on the BOS system. Again, we've gone through the DNA of people, the DNA of business, and now we're going into the DNA of life. And we have somebody who is just amazing who's coming on. I'm excited to have Alicia. And what you don't understand about Alicia is I want you to picture owning your own business and having somebody who you think is high level in your organization present for you. Well, now I want you to think about somebody who's an administrative assistant who's at the level that Alicia's on is tremendous. She's an administrative assistant, and she's presenting today for a company that makes that for Tanglewood Conservatories that makes these multi-million-dollar conservatories. She is outstanding. Alicia's going to be sharing with us the natural laws and how that ties into creating profitable partnerships. Alicia, so excited to have you on board with us today. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Creating a profitable partnership in business is a lot like a marriage. It requires our best efforts and investments. When it's functional, it's both fulfilling and rewarding. When it's not, well, we all know how that goes. We've all had partnerships or relationships that have not been mutually beneficial. If we're honest with ourselves, we'll admit that they don't quite work out so well. The goal then is to create, foster, and expand profitable partnerships so that both parties are receiving valuable benefits from the alliance. A profitable partnership can make a huge difference in the success of your product and your service offerings and the overall growth of your company. There are many different types of partnerships, but the key element is that they should always be a win-win. Therefore, to create profitable partnerships and build solid win-win business relationships, we need to harmonize ourselves with the principles and the truth inherent to creation, also known as natural laws. An example of a natural law most people are familiar with is the law of attraction. This law states that the energy you emit is the energy you attract, and energy flows where energy goes. Natural laws are designed to uplift human personality and challenge us to think, or challenge the way that we think. 3 natural laws that will be beneficial to creating profitable partnerships are the 12 principles, the investment return principle, and learning together principle. When applied consistently, the 12 principles are the foundation of the partnership. They can help develop profitable business relationships and produce phenomenal success. These principles urge us to balance priorities, take action, embrace opportunities, communicate effectively, and be thinkers. As you honor this natural law, trust increases, and as trust increases, you will be given even more opportunities to take this and other partnerships to an even deeper, more profitable level. Once you have that, the investment return principle encourages us to look at ourselves as an investment from an employer's perspective. We can market our business as the best investment in the marketplace, and we can successfully create profitable partnerships. Application of the learning together principle urges us to work together for mutual benefit because we learn at a much faster rate when we learn together. In conclusion, the secret to building successful, profitable partnerships and really any relationship is really no secret at all when we develop a personal awareness and consistently apply natural laws to every aspect of our lives. Does anyone have any questions?
So, Alicia, within the 12 principles, what do you think are, like, there are 12 principles. What are the ones that you think would work, to stand out to you in making your profitable partnership?
First and foremost, I think good versus great, because we don't ever want to settle in a partnership. We want the greatest partnership that we can have. The next one, I'm going to say walls of opportunity. In any partnership, there are going to be walls of opportunity, and we can look at them as opportunities, or we can look at them as problems. But we want to be able to get past those and move on in order to create that partnership and make it lasting.
Cool.
Good. Is there any other questions here for Alicia? Anyone else have a question about natural laws? And
I do.
Yeah, who's that?
This is Barb.
Barb,
so
go ahead.
How do you learn the natural laws? Where do you get the natural laws, and how do we best use them?
Kevin, I'm going to refer to you.
Sure. So, yeah, good question. So here's what I would recommend doing. I would recommend going to your computer screen right now, and I want you to type in DNAforlife-laws.com. Again, that is DNAFORLIFE.com. And here's what you're going to see. You're going to see free cool stuff, okay, up there at the top. And when you go there, then you can click on that, and we have just such amazing section of white papers, videos, workbooks, surveys, ebook library, and the Success Circle of 12. Right next to that is, on that top bar, is natural laws. So again, DNAforlife-laws.com, and at the top, click natural laws. There's also a big red banner just below the tree, and you're going to see, and it is natural laws. Click on that as well. That's the best way to go for it. I know one thing that I'm really impressed with is that Alan Stein, who's the president of Tanglewood Conservatories, he's been taking each one of those natural laws sequentially and looking at the video, taking notes, seeing how he can incorporate that into his business. And there's nothing stopping anyone on the call from doing that. And especially if you're helping somebody become a profitable partner, this is a website that would be a fantastic resource to share with other people. Again, DNAforlife-laws.com, and share with some of the ways that people can actually make a big difference. Does that help?
It does, very much. Thank you.
Good. Any other questions?
So, Alicia, I'm just curious, like, you've been with Tanglewood for a month?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. How did you go from, have you done professional speaking, Alicia, in the past?
I have not.
Okay. So how did you go from being a new team member, 2 weeks ago, to where you're presenting, to people from all around the world on a brand new concept that you've only been familiar with for 2 weeks? How in the world did you do that?
I think that might have a lot to do with my personality, and when I'm given a task, I put my all into it, and a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of, just rummaging through the website and familiarizing myself with the concepts there.
Nice. Cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, Alicia, I'm going to follow up with what Mark said. My question is now, what would you encourage other people to do who are maybe on this call for the very first time, what they might be able to do in order to be in your position where they could be speaking next month?
Well, I would encourage them first to visit the website and take a look at the materials there. I can't guarantee that everything that will speak to them, but from experience in just reading the white papers, I've, read them once, and at that point in time, I may have gotten, one or two things from that. But every time I go back and reread, I think there's more clarity in what the producer of the white paper was trying to illustrate. And then I've picked up more learning opportunities from that.
Wow, that's tremendous. So again, Alicia's referring to these white papers, and there's 5 key white papers that you definitely want to go to, and that's DNA for Life. Again, DNA for Life laws.com, and you're going to go to free cool stuff. And if you look at success, goes to systems, and go to member, you'll find 5 amazing white papers. What's in it for me is the first one you should be reading. Why? Because guess what? You need to find out what's in it for you, okay, before we move forward. Then right after that is consistent and committed thinking equals success. That's the next one, but I would suggest you do these in order. The next one is drive and discipline. The next one is clear communication. And the next one is success. And then there's an amazing book that is co-authored with Alan Stein and Danny, who is a 5-year-old. He was actually 4 when he co-authored this book, and it's how to be the most amazing student in the whole world in everything. And that's also available. You have to see that. And, of course, Zaire and Abigail as well co-authored. And it's a tremendous read. I would really encourage everyone to read that. I'm laughing because I don't know how many people out there who are for and a published author, but Danny is, and so is Zaire and Abigail. It's tremendous. You definitely want to pick that up. Great. Are there any other questions here, just in brief, for Alicia? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alicia. Again, thanks to Cheryl, to Rosanna, and to Alicia for the tremendous BOS system presentation that you gave us today. What an amazing thing. Again, if you have not had your free 30-minute strategy session, we recommend that you write down this number. At the end of our time together today, call 888-230-2300. It's toll-free, 888-230-2300. If you're outside the U.S., it's 630-393-9909. Again, that's 630-393-9909. Now, we're moving into our Q&A. There's a lot of things that have happened here, so I'm going to open it up here. I know, Barb, I think you had a good question or a comment that could actually help us today when it comes to understanding creating profitable partnerships. What question did you have that can help us?
For those that have been actively working on creating profitable partnerships, what's the top graded thought that you have or that you use when trying to initiate a profitable partnership?
Great question. Would anyone like to jump in and share what they're doing? Top graded thought when developing, creating profitable partnerships.
I think, Kevin, the key is GTing it. And so Rosanna referred to it in the 530 grid, the golden triangle. So, step 1 is to identify the targets. And so that could be, a whole database of people, or it could be, a very select group of people, like 12 people who are outside the box thinkers. So, step 1 is to identify the targets. Step 2 is going to be develop and deliver a message. So what kind of a message would we deliver? And so again, people connect with the individual who invited them to participate, or in the 30-minute strategy session, they can learn how to take step 2. So once you've identified the target, the next step is going to be emailing those 12 people and say, hey, part of a mastermind group, and, one of the things I'm curious about is, they've asked for me to identify 12 outside-the-box thinkers. You're one of those people. And so I was just curious, if anyone could help you in any area of your life, what would you love help on? So that's box 2, is develop and deliver a message. Box 3 is going to be tracking 100% of the leads, or 100% of the data, the information from those leads. And so you have what we have found is a spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet, so you can share that with other profitable partnerships or other profitable partners. And so you track, who is it, the 12 people, track their phone, their email, so you can connect with them very efficiently, very quickly, and then track what they'd love help with. And then box 4 is asking key questions. And so a number of people have, recommended learning the 30-minute strategy session. So it's really simple. It's 14 minutes of questions, and then it's 16 minutes of being able to learn how to build what's called a conceptual bridge between people's problems, what they love help with, what they like to change about themselves, their personality, to the solutions that you have individually. And so that's going to be asking key questions. Again, that feeds back into your box 3. Then what people often make a mistake in is they don't realize that it's not a quick fix. You're going to get lots of leads overnight. It's not fishing. It's farming. And so we need to get a system in place where we're touching them, maybe once a week for at least 10 weeks, bringing them something of added value, building based on the information that we've got, and then learning how to group people and messages together. So that builds efficiency. So when we do these 12 things, Kevin, that provides leverage. It provides a system. So we're not looking at 1 or 2 profitable partnerships, but we're literally looking at an assembly line, a machine, in being able to do so. Now, that's the 530 grid. That's the golden triangle. Another thing that people often miss, Kevin, is going to be in the servicing. So the average person on the street knows 250 people. The average business owner is going to know over 5,500 people. And so if we list all of the business owners we know and then multiply that times 5,500 people, that is a big, big number. There's a systematic way to be able, there's a white paper on it, there's mastermind groups, there's an online course, I think it's a 12 or 14-week course through Life Masteries Institute, and it's teaching us how to turn our customers into profitable partnerships. And so let me go ahead and go in there. So essentially you have a grid, and so, the quadrant 1 is a customer, and you're exchanging products for services, or services and products for money. It's okay, nothing wrong with that. But then we go into a great customer. That's when they start referring. Then we go into a partner, and then quadrant 4 is being a great partner. How is that? It's understanding, like Alicia said, it's understanding the natural laws. So it's the 5 H's: hope, head, heart, hands, and helping people, and then being a great steward in a systematic way. So when we understand the science behind this, Kevin, what it does is it provides tremendous, massive amount of leverage. So now we have systems to be able to systematically create profitable partnerships. Does that answer the question, Barb?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was tremendous. Is there anyone that has maybe another question on any one of the segments we did today on DNA for people, DNA for business, DNA for life? Okay, good. Well, you can still send that information to us, again, at MM_seminars. That's at MM_SEMINARS on your Twitter feed, and you can just write your question there. Again, if you just want to put 30MSS, again, that's 30MSS, we'll know that you want a free 30-minute strategy session, and that will absolutely change your life. So, again, those are questions, and we had a time of Q&A here. Is there? I'll just.
Welcome.
Partnerships first in order to develop profitable mastermind groups. It's absolutely essential. So one of the things that we do with mastermind groups is coffee connections. We have one here in Chicago, a couple in Chicago, in Indiana, in Colorado. They're all across the United States where people meet. Like Rosanna had said, to help create not only synergy and help other people overcome your biggest challenges, but being able to move forward in your business, and that's tremendous. So that's going to be the third Thursday of next month. Now, piggybacking on that event, for the first time, we're going to have back-to-back events that are happening in a short period of time. They still happen all across the United States, but this is the first one that's going to be back-to-back. So on the third Thursday, which is going to be November 16th, we're going to have the virtual is going to be developing profitable mastermind groups. But then Cincinnati, Ohio, on November 17th, we're going to be starting with the value of installing systems. Year one will start for Cincinnati, and we're super excited about that. We had tremendous success in Louisiana. We're going to have tremendous success in Cincinnati. We're looking at Boston. We're looking at Denver, Colorado. We're looking at Hawaii. All these places are popping up, and if you want one near you, I'm going to tell you something. Get on the phone at 888-230-2300, and that's the toll-free number. You can let us know what's going on, and you say, hey, I want to do one. I want to know what it's going to take to move my business to the next level. By hosting one of these events, I guarantee you will see tremendous value from it. But again, Cincinnati, Ohio, next month, the value of installing systems. We got people coming from all over the United States to be part of it. Why? Because it will literally change your business. In that period of time, you will have more value in your business than any other single time in your entire business. And I guarantee it. I've seen it happen in my life by being part of it. I've seen it in other people's businesses as being part of it, and you will too. That's the key. So that's what's happening next. Those are wins and what tremendous things that are happening next month. So that's what's going on. Mark, did you have any other thing that you could recommend that's going to be some amazing things that are going to be coming up next month?
Well, I think the Coffee Connections continues to expand. There's a group on Thursdays for a half an hour that are helping new Coffee Connections get started, and so that's over the phone, and so individuals can inquire about that. There's a number of new videos that are coming out that are actually leveraging one another, and so there's a millennial video that Alex has put together with MVP, and that, if you're a millennial and you're kind of confused on what you want to do in life, that video, seriously, 1 minute, it helps us to see new possibilities. So Alex, he's planning on becoming president of the United States, and so he's already, he's in his, I think he's 26, 27. He's already got a plan in place, and he's already got things in motion to be able to do that in addition to being able to retire by the time he's 30 financially. So he's got systems and tools that he's doing with that. Amanda, she is, growing. She's looking at doing things. We've got a number of authors and speakers that are getting ramped up and learning how to become a speaker and how to become an author and how to leverage those types of things for greater success as well. The 12 outside the box thinkers. You start moving 12 people who think outside the box in your local community, and it'll be, before you know it, you get 12 people committed, and then you can host a mastermind seminar event in your area. And there's so much support that's coming through Life Masteries Institute and Legacy Partners. You really, all the marketing's done, all the material's done, everything is done. It's plug and play. It's like a McDonald's franchise. You go in, and it happens from there. So I think a lot of times, Kevin, people kind of get stuck in what they're doing like every day, and they don't say, there's 10,080 minutes in a week. there's 1,440 minutes in a day. What can I do 10 minutes a day? I mean, I'll still have 1,430 minutes left, so it's like 10 minutes a day is not a lot. But what can I do to be able to change my life and the lives of people, around me? So if you go to, Kevin, you had mentioned DNAforlife-laws.com, and there's just a ton of resources on there. And so there's some great life-changing causes. A third of the people that you ask what their biggest challenge will be or what they'd love help with, a third of the people will say it's something about time, where they don't have enough time. And so if you go in and click on Need More Time, there's a white paper on that. There's a 30-day challenge that you can go through, and there's 10 short videos on average, about 6 minutes each. You go through one a day for 10 days, repeat it again, and then repeat it yet again. And for me, those 10 natural laws all combined together, they're giving me, over the last 8 years, over 20 hours of free time a week. So I have an abundance of free time. And I'm taking 1 week off every month. And so it's learning to think in a very, very different way. And that seems to be one of the hardest things that we, Kevin, as human beings really struggle with, is how do we think in a very different way? And by being part of all of this, it helps us to accelerate that. It's not that my way is a better way of thinking than your way, or your way is better than my way. What we're looking for as a mastermind group is how do we find the best, most effective way between all of the ways that we think, and how do we implement those in our own lives, in our own business, in our own families, to really do so much more together than we ever could on our own.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that, Mark. That's absolutely true. The way we think is going to determine the actions that we ultimately will take. Because if we think differently, then we're going to be processing things differently, and our actions are going to be different, and that's going to create results, and those results will be our future. But we start by thinking differently now. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So maybe one of the things we can ask ourselves in closing is, in order to create profitable partnerships, we have to be clear on our expectations. In order to be clear on our expectations, we have to understand what our expectations are of ourselves. Like Mark said, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is not a lot, but that's a tremendous thought, isn't it? That's a top-graded thought. That's maybe an amazing thought that will change things for you today. Why? Because if you just took 10 minutes and reviewed something of what we had already shared, maybe it's signing up for your 30-minute free strategy session. Maybe it's going to DNA for Life and looking at some of the tremendous things that Mark had just said, just going over one of those natural laws and being able to see how you can start thinking differently. And folks, please join a mastermind group. Please, they're free, okay? And it's going to absolutely be life-changing. So again, if you're on Twitter and you'd like Alex's video, if you want to know how to get involved with mastermind seminars, if you want to learn how to be part of the Coffee Connections, it's at @MM_seminars, and in there just say 30MSS, and that's the 30-minute free strategy session. Maybe it's Alex video, and we'll forward that to you. If you know a millennial, listen, how easy is it to Twitter this, get that out there, and boom, you've got a video that you can share with people. Check this out. Look at this other guy. He isn't much older than we are. Let's see what he's doing. Be part of the Coffee Connections. I know we stream ours live from the Chicagoland area. We do that. And in Indiana, they do tremendous things as well. Across the United States, there's just great Coffee Connections going on. And that's the way, again, we do these things once a month. The Mastermind Seminars Live is once a month. But as you and I both know, that's not good enough. We're going to get excited and motivated and then do what? Maybe do nothing. That's what statistically most people do. So we're asking you to get involved with the Coffee Connection, which is 30 minutes on the phone once a week. And by looking at this, it's going to totally change your life. So we're out of time. Thank you so much for being part of Mastermind Seminars Live. And again, I want to thank everybody that's involved in this. Mark, thank you so much. Cheryl, Rosanna, Alicia, Barb, everyone that jumped in. Jennifer, really appreciate all your contributions. And you guys have a fantastic day. And God bless and be safe.
Wow. So what did you think? Did you feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose? A lot of information in a very short period of time. We get it. Don't worry if you don't pick it all up the first time, because each month you'll come back, you'll pick up more and more each and every month. The more we pick up and apply, the more money we'll earn as a result of attending this event, and the more time we'll have, the less stress we'll have, and the greater life balance we'll have in every area of life we value. Often people ask, what's next? Great question. Did you register yet that you attended? If not, do that immediately at www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/register. And we will assist you in having strong follow-through with what you learn. There are some amazing follow-up resources that we will get over. There is no charge for any of these resources. Okay, so you've registered. Now what? If you haven't already done your complimentary 30-minute gift coaching session, then that is the place to start. Go to www.dnaforsuccess.com. Go to the top drop-down, examination, and then free 30-minute strategy session. Click on that. It will literally take you 3 minutes to complete that, and then someone from Legacy Partners and Mastermind Seminars will call you and give you your 30-minute strategy session. Again, there's no cost. It's a gift from every one of us to you. Go into that 30-minute strategy session expecting that your business and life will be changed forever, because it has so for so many people. Again, go to www.dnaforsuccess.com, go to the top drop-down examination, and then free 30-minute strategy session. Once you complete that, there are so many different possible solutions to assist you in overcoming the biggest challenge you're currently facing, and how to help you develop your very own BOS, the engine which runs your business. There are weekly live mastermind calls, coffee connections you can attend at no cost. There are online courses, group coaching, media solutions, and even one-on-one coaching which can be provided to you depending on your specific needs and overall goals. Please do not leave today without committing to meeting with at least 2 other people, either over coffee or over the phone, at a minimum once a week, to follow through on all the amazing information, ideas, tools, systems, and great people, both locally and then around the world, through Mastermind Seminars and Legacy Partners. One side note, because there is no charge to attend, participate, and gain massive benefit from Mastermind Seminars, individuals often wonder, how do these amazing events are funded? Well, they are actually funded by generous individuals just like you who give financially weekly through Coffee Connection contributions or monthly through Mastermind Seminars. Your generous contribution to Life Masteries Institute, which is an IRS-approved 501c3 nonprofit organization, not only enables the events, tools, and networks to be developed and given to you and others, but also a portion of your gift goes to many great causes. When we give generously in a financial way, we gain financially as well. No gift is too small. Even giving $5 a week or even a month will make a big difference. To give, go to www.mastermind-seminars.org/pay-it-forward. That's www.mastermind-seminars.org/pay-it-forward. Here is what others have found. In just getting started with my company, I didn't feel I could give anything. Even $5 a month was a sacrifice. I decided to do that, and as soon as I started to give financially, I became more focused on turning what I was learning into financial gain for me personally, and it worked. I'm now contributing a little more and will continue to increase my giving as my business and income grows. Adam, a new entrepreneur. We have given over $45,000 because we know it's the right thing to do. Yes, we do give of our personal and company resources, time and talents, but we also know how important it is to give financially as well. We have found that when we give financially, we become more focused on turning our involvement into sales and financial success. It seems that those who do not give financially, they often do not gain financial benefit. The entire Mastermind seminar experience has done more for building a successful culture through our entire company than hundreds of thousands of dollars in consultants, seminars, and workshops. We've accomplished more in a couple of years than the 20 plus years prior. Any individual, any company, any organization which does buy in and get their entire company involved is, how do I best say it, missing out on a chance of a lifetime. Alan Stein and Nancy Virts, owners, www.tanglewoodconservatories.com. I give financially weekly, and my business has more than doubled. Ginger Ann Collins, owner EVA, executive virtual assistant, and executive coach. www.dnaforsuccess.com/implementation/E-VAS. The more I give financially, the more I receive financially. Ann Wayman, dream giver, ghostwriter, www.annwayman.com. I was looking for additional income streams, and by giving financially, it's opened so many doors for me. So many opportunities become available when we are financially generous. Ed Noel, mortgage professional, owner, leadership, and team building coach. It was really tough for us to give anything, as we had invested so much into our business. But we decided to start out with $25 a month. We didn't think of it as a very big gift, but the truth is, it was a lot for us when we started. And the doors that financial gift has opened for us are huge. We will be giving a portion of what we generate in our business back to Life Masteries Institute and pay it forward to help others around the world gain financial freedom. Steve and Avalinda Casey, owner, real estate investing, speaker, and author. Being a part of Mastermind seminars over the last 3 years has changed the way I think about every area of life. When we give financially, we not only support what is given to us, but we assist others in our community and around the world. Be generous. Kevin King, helping people save money on health insurance. My business has benefited so much from the Mastermind seminars and coffee connections. It's the right thing to give back weekly financially. Jonathan Sparrow, owner, web technology, www.themvpnetwork.org. If you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas from today, please connect with the individual who invited you to attend or your MC, host, or you can even call toll-free 888-230-2300. That's 888-230-2300, or the U.S. base number is 630-393-9909. That's 630-393-9909. Always remember, we can accomplish far more together than we ever could on our own. So think of 3 other individuals you believe would benefit from what we shared and invite them to your Mastermind conference call, coffee connection, and next month's Mastermind seminar event. Have an amazing day and life.